Randy Mamola, the racing legend known for his sharp and blunt comments, has issued a stern and pressure-filled warning to current defending champion Pecco Bagnaia. In his latest interview, Mamola highlights Bagnaia's performance, which he feels is starting to wane, and reminds the champion that the world title is no guarantee of immunity from criticism. Will this warning be a stick of encouragement for Bagnaia, or will it mark the beginning of the defending champion's decline? Let's discuss it. The 2025 MotoGP season has been one drama after another from the very beginning. From the change of power on the track, to the rise of old names, to the emergence of surprises from names that have been in the shadows. This is one of the most unpredictable seasons in recent years. Fans of Pecco Bagnaia, the two-time defending champion, are certainly hoping that this season will be another stage for his dominance. However, former legendary racer Randy Mamola has issued a warning that must be taken seriously. Don't be too confident that Pecco will dominate easily. The situation is not that simple. The name now at the top of the standings is not Pecco, nor Marc Marquez, but Alex Marquez, the younger brother of the 8-time world champion. Alex, who rides for satellite team Gresini Ducati, is now the focus of attention after showing exceptional consistency. In the first 3 rounds of the season, he has finished second in all the main races and sprints. This result puts him at the top of the standings, just 1 point behind his older brother Marc. What makes him special is how he maintains his performance, rather than just exploding in a race. Roberto Locatelli, MotoGP analyst, calls Alex the biggest surprise of the season. However, there is an important caveat. Despite having raced in 92 Premier Class races, Alex has never won a single Grand Prix. 8 podiums is not enough to defend the title in the long run. Meanwhile, the VR46 team duo of Franco Morbidelli and Fabio Di Giannantonio have also been surprising. Currently 4th and 5th respectively in the championship standings, they continue to keep their distance to remain relevant in the fight for the title. For Di Giannantonio, this season represents a golden opportunity. After finishing 10th in 2024 and winning just once in his entire MotoGP career, in 2023, he is now showing rapid development. Finishing 5th in Argentina and 4th and 3rd in America shows a steady upward trend. His manager, Carlo Pernat, has openly described Fabio as a real outsider for the 2025 title. He is no longer just an addition to the grid, he is a contender. Morbidelli is no less solid. He has become a rider who is slowly but surely scoring points and keeping himself in the title picture. Locatelli, who once worked with them, said, "I like the VR46 guys. They deserve to be considered." Heading into the Grand Prix of the Americas at the Circuit of the Americas, COTA, not many expected Marc Marquez's dominance to be derailed. The Lenovo Ducati rider has been at the top of his game, riding almost flawlessly. He has swept all the sprint and main races since the start of the season, creating the impression that he is in unstoppable mode, as if the title is just a matter of time. But things changed dramatically at COTA. While confidently leading the race, Marquez surprisingly lost control and crashed. A mistake that he rarely makes, especially in these conditions. The moment immediately caught the attention of the MotoGP world and raised a big question. Could this be a turning point in the championship? TNT Sports analyst Sylvain Gintoli described the incident as a pivotal moment that could change the course of the season. "The pendulum has swung," he said. "Before this race, all the momentum was with Marc. But now Pecco can see the gap. He knows that even Marc Marquez is not immune to mistakes. That changes everything." Similar sentiments were expressed by Michael Laverty, who felt that Marquez may have pushed too hard. "It was a strategic mistake," he said. "Marc didn't really need to take that big of a risk. He was already leading. But he looked like he was under pressure, and that caught him off guard." That single mistake opened up a huge opportunity for Francesco Bagnaia, or Pecco, to finally get his first win of the season, a moment his fans have been waiting for and perhaps a turning point in the title race. With his confidence restored and his main rivals showing their weaknesses, the MotoGP championship is now wide open and unpredictable. Amidst the excitement of the new MotoGP season, many are still hoping that Francesco Pecco Bagnaia will once again be as dominant as he has been in the last 2 seasons. However, in the midst of these expectations, motorcycle racing legend Randy Mamola has issued a stern warning. According to him, the assumption that Pecco will automatically return to the top is a misconception, even naive. "This year," says Mamola, "is a very different year, both in terms of competition and the pressure on the defending champion. Pecco is a very calm figure, very smooth in the way he manages the race and the pressure, said Mamola in an interview. But this season has no room for softness. This season is full of tension and very explosive energy. If you are a fan of Pecco and expect him to suddenly turn on the engine and dominate as usual, you are very wrong. Mamola mentioned one main reason why Pecco cannot be considered an unchallenged dominant figure this season: the presence of Marc Marquez. The Spaniard, known for his aggressive riding style and winning mentality, is now on the same team as Pecco, in the same garage, sharing data and pressure. For the first time in his factory career, Pecco has to face a real threat from within. This is not just a rivalry between teams. This is a duel under one roof. And that creates a lot more psychological pressure, says Mamola. Before, he was the center of attention and the absolute owner of the team's dynamics. No. He has to share the stage with one of the most influential riders in MotoGP history. Although Ducati have repeatedly stated that they maintain internal harmony and that there is no significant friction between their two main stars, Mamola believes that the situation is not that simple. He believes there is a lot of tension that is deliberately hidden from the public in order to maintain the team's image and stability. You see Tardozzi, you see Domenicali, they are intelligent people, veterans in managing the egos of riders. They know how to control the situation, how to make everything look cool in front of the cameras, said Mamola. But make no mistake, there is friction behind the scenes. There always is, especially when two world champions are in the same camp. Besides, one is defending the title while the other is looking for proof. Mamola added that Marquez is no longer a rider who comes with a mission of revenge, or just looking for an outlet for past injuries. He comes with a bigger goal: to become world champion again. And to do that he is prepared to take on anyone, including his own teammate. Marc has not come to play around. He knows that the road is long and full of obstacles. Now he has the right weapons, a competitive bike and undying motivation, continued Mamola. He did not come with revenge, but with a goal. And that is more dangerous. Mamola's statement is a reminder to many that this season is the biggest test for Pecco Bagnaia. Not only in terms of his ability on track, but also in terms of his mental toughness, his ability to adapt to new dynamics, and how he deals with internal pressure that he has never experienced before. MotoGP 2025 is not just about who is the fastest. It is also about who is best prepared to weather the storms from the outside and the inside. The next MotoGP event will take place at the Losail circuit in Qatar, a track that is known to be very friendly to Pecco Bagnaia. Last season he performed exceptionally there and managed to emerge victorious, showing his dominance at the start of the season. On the other hand, Marc Marquez has only tasted victory at Losail once, and that was more than a decade ago, 11 years to be exact. Since then the track has always seemed to hold its own challenges for the 8-time world champion. Now Pecco arrives with a lot of confidence, having improved his performance again. He has the momentum, but the question is, will it be enough to really regain his previously faltering dominance? Or will Marc rediscover his golden touch and rise to the top of the leaderboard? On the other hand, there is Alex Marquez, who has been the most consistent of the riders so far. He has yet to score a victory, but his performances have been consistent and he has always been at the top. Will Losail witness his first victory in the Premier class? Write your opinion.